Many sultans dwelled with you, many circles ended with you. Unknown what your secret keep, you are my darling, dear Aksaray. With a history of 10,000 years, Aksaray starts its journey with Asikli Mound. Aksaray, which has many more mounds and settlements, reopens the doors of the past for you. Aksaray was in turn under the dominance of Hatti, Hittite, Persians, Hellenistic, Roman, and Byzantium, and each of these civilizations was forged as embroidery on the mosaic of Anatolia. Christianity, spreading in Anatolia in the 1st century AD, was under the pressure of polytheistic Rome. But the city of indulgence welcomed the first Christians to worship their God and to build the stone-carved churches and underground cities. The Silk Road, which passed through Aksaray that fell under Seljuk dominance in 1142, influenced the creation of many Turkish Islamic monuments. After the Seljuk, Aksaray was under the dominance of İlhanlı, Danishmends, and Karamanogulları, and it was finally connected to the Ottomans in 1470. By the decree of Sultan Mehmet the Conqueror, İshak Pasha relocated many of people in the city to Istanbul, and therefore many districts in Istanbul were named after those in Aksaray. Stayed as a sancak of Konya until the Republic, Aksaray became a province in 1920. It was demoted and connected to Niğde in 1933. Becoming a province again on June 15, 1989. Aksaray's first name is known to be Nenesis. Aksaray was connected to Cappadocia Kingdom in Hellenistic period, and its name Garsaura was written to history as Arkelais. The name Arkelais was changed to Aksaray by Kılıç Arslan II in Selçuk period, and it served as the second capital. Kılıç Arslan values the city so much that with a decree he banned bad people from entering the city. As they were banned, the city of Aksaray was called the City of Virtuous People. Sultan Kılıç Arslan II died fighting by the Aksaray castle, mummified and buried in a tomb built there. It is very easy to reach Aksaray, which has a strategically important location. The city serves tourists all around the world for culture, nature, religion, thermal, winter and mountain tourism, as it is located on a junction of roads from all main directions. Drawing the attention of mountain sports enthusiasts with its secure tracks for mountain and winter sports, Mount Hasan is becoming the new destination with its sublime grandeur. Aksaray is an important center for religion tourism with its valuable Christian and Islamic pieces, as it has been composed various religions throughout its history.
Taptuğun tapusunda, kul olduk kapusunda. Yunus, miskin çiğ idik, piştik elhamdülillah.
Shrines of Sheikh Hamideddin Aksarayi, known as Father Somuncu by locals, his son Father Yusuf Hakiki, Tapduk Emre, and Yunus Emre are integrated with the spirituality of the city, where it is said in Evliya Çelebi's travelogue that more than 7,000 saints lived. Also, the shrines of Sheikh Cemalettin Aksarayi, Bekar Sultan, Selimes Sultan, and many more saints and philosophers are located in Aksaray.
Diriyiz, daim ölmeyiz. Karanlıkta da kalmayız. Çürüyüp toprakta olmayız. Bize leylü nehar olmaz,
says Sheikh Hamidi Veli Somuncu Baba, and his shrine mosque is located in Evrah Graveyard, named as the grave for saints in Aksaray city center. The bloody Valonia at the entrance of the graveyard is a witness of history. The Crooked Minaret is an important historical monument reaching our time from the Seljuk period, and it is located in Aksaray city center where religions and cultures unite. Crooked almost 3 degrees, the monument draws attention with its similarity to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it was built between 1221 and 1236 under the reign of Seljuk ruler Gıyasettin Keyhusrev I. Also known as the Red Minaret, as it was built from red bricks, the Crooked Minaret is one of the most beautiful examples of Seljuk China art. Integrated into the spirituality of the city throughout ages, the Holy Mosque was first built during the Seljuk rule, and it was later rebuilt by Mehmet II the architect, with the command of Sultan Mehmet II of Karamanoglu in 1408. The pulpit in the Holy Mosque, where we see the best examples of stonework, is an example for masterpieces of woodwork. Another Seljuk heritage in Aksaray is the Madrasa of Zinciriye, one of the education institutions that have left its mark on history. The Madrasa sheds light to history with its countless scientists it educated. The Madrasa looks like a castle because of its high walls. The only Ottoman work left today in Aksaray is the historical Pasha Bath. It is currently an active Turkish bath in the city center. The Mint, one of the historical heritages left to Aksaray from the Turkish Islamic civilization, is a sign of the rich cultural wealth in Aksaray. Aksaray has a wealthy heritage for culture tourism as well as religion and winter tourism. The ancient city of Nora, located on the foot of Mount Hasan, the architect of Cappadocia and Ihlara Valley, is home to an important cultural treasure. Maybe the most attractive aspect of Aksaray, the underground cities, penetrates the secrets of antiquity to one's soul. The underground cities of Saratlı, Kırkgöz, St. Mercurius, Gaziemir, Çukurören, Bekarlar, Demirci, Erdogdu, and Gulpınar provide their visitors with the mysteries of medieval ages, and the Valley of Devotees draws attention with its secrets. The hidden beauty of Cappadocia, Güzelyurt presents a different visual for its guests with its Ihlara Valley, Monastery Valley, Selime Cathedral, the Gregorius Church, Red Church, Ellipsis Church, Gallery houses, and fairy chimneys. The Monastery Valley is 5.5 kilometers long and composed of stone-carved churches, chapels, and underground cities. Many monuments such as Saint Anargyros, Kalburlu, Momurlu, Gömlekçi, and Saint Gregorius churches located on the valley are heritages from Byzantium period to present day. Saint Gregorius Church, one of the early Christian period monuments located in Güzelyurt city center, is very important for Orthodoxies. That is because the founder of Orthodoxy sect, Saint Gregorius, lived there. The secret spring, Ayazma, next to the church is worth seeing as well. The Red Church, made of red cut stones and located to the east of Sivrihisar village of Güzelyurt, presents us the feeling of the past. An ellipsis church built for monks near the Güzelyurt pond rises high like a giant on stones in the middle of Güzelyurt. On top of the dome of Saint Anargyros Church, a cross-shaped church cut into stone, lie the frescoes of Jesus Christ, Virgin Mary, and the 12 Apostles. Half stone carved, inlaid on sides, Greek houses of 100 to 200 years make up the finest examples of Cappadocia architecture. The historical monuments in and around Güzelyurt have all the general features of Cappadocia. Pottery making left from the Greek people who migrated to Neo-Kalvari in Greece during the 1924 relocation has an importance not less than a historical monument. The Turkish-Greek Friendship, Culture and Tourism Festival held lately meets the Greeks who migrated to Greece and the Turks who migrated from Thessaloniki to Güzelyurt during the 1924 relocation. The festival helps to develop friendship and integrates present and previous inhabitants of Güzelyurt. The Bell Church, which is located on an overlooking hill near Aksaray village, 17 kilometers from Aksaray, sheds light on the history of the city with its mummies and stone-carved places. The Selime Cathedral, the world's largest carved cathedral, charms its visitors with sharp-pointed, hatless and huge fairy chimneys. One of the most frequent stops on the Silk Road, Aksaray presented the privileges of this land to its guests. The largest caravanserai in Anatolia, Sultanhani, was the first Khan to apply mansion mosque tradition, and it was built during the reign of Sultan Alaaddin Keykubat I. Agzi Karahan, located on Nevşehir Highway, had the first insurance system to protect the stopping over caravans, assets and lives. One of the most important structures of the Seljuk period, and one of the only two examples in Anatolia, Öresin Khan was a caravanserai for the rulers and a location where stock market and commercial business were discussed. Alayhan is another important stonework monument of Seljuk period, where sultans stayed with their troops along with the trade caravans. Presenting the possibility for a vacation in nature thanks to its thermal tourism potential, Aksaray provides a peaceful environment with facilities in Ziga, Ulusu, and Narligar. One of the most important thermal destinations in Aksaray. The number of thermal facilities in Ziga is increasing rapidly, and many domestic and international tourists prefer Ziga to seek healing for a great number of diseases. As the water in Ziga is suitable to form travertine, The area was planned as such and a great travertine now exists there. A source of cures with the rich minerals its power possesses, Narligo is rapidly advancing to become a new destination for thermal tourism. Narligo, a half-shaped lake with magnificent nature, is one of the most wonderful beauties of Aksaray, along with Ihlara. The other thermal tourism destination in Aksaray, Ulusu, was discovered in Roman period, and its baths, still active today, were built by carving the rocks. Another indispensable stop for tourist groups in Cappadocia is Ihlara Valley. This valley presents us nature, history, art, and culture together as one only when we take a close look at it. It waits to be discovered with its stone-carved churches with frescoes in a valley of 14 kilometers. One of the most popular trekking routes in Cappadocia, Ihlara Valley starts from Ulusu town, continues through Ihlara town, Belisirma, and Yaprakhisar, and finishes in Selima town. While advancing along with the meanders during your trekking in Ihlara Valley, you will rest with the soothing sound of Melendi stream and become one with the nature and history in spectacular bird sounds. Aksaray Ihlara Culture and Tourism Festival is organized annually for the second longest canyon of the world. Aksaray has been investing greatly in accommodation in recent years, and the boutique hotels in Güzelyurt outshine with their distinctive architecture. Dishes and desserts of Aksaray have a unique taste in the rich Anatolian cuisine. Offering different tastes with tulum kebab, meat on Aksaray pan, and helvatere jat kebab for its guests. Aksaray presents unforgettable treats such as incelek dessert and famous foam helva. Another place to see in a Cappadocia tour is Salt Lake, a natural bird paradise with its magnificent beauty and fascinating view. Salt Lake is home to many bird species for its accommodation, wintering, and incubation potential. These beauties of the lake present a unique photo safari for nature enthusiasts during sunsets with its endemic plants. A part of Aksaray culture and once a source of income, the traditional crafts are preserved in today's Aksaray in their original locations. Rag dolls, manufacturing and repairing carpets and rugs, pottery, making harnesses, straw, basket making, and too many more crafts to name still keep their existence in Aksaray. The saddles, unique to Gülagaç with its knitting technique, are used as containers to carry and preserve things. The presents and souvenirs you can buy while visiting historical and touristic places will help you remember Aksaray, the city of history and culture. Weaving has an importance in traditional Turkish crafts. The rugs and carpets, which were a vital part of the nomad Turks from the Central Asia, are being revived in Taşpınar and Sultanhani. Taşpınar carpets, weaved by Gordes knot, the oldest known Turkish knot, are full of history in each of their loops. Recently, Sultanhani has become the world's most important carpet restoration center, where carpets from all around the world are repaired in tens of craft shops by hundreds of craftsmen. The rugs and carpets from famous palaces and mansions in our country and the world are renovated thanks to a splendid craftsmanship. In Aksaray, you can find traces of bridges from Roman, Byzantium and Seljuk periods. Disassembled for their stones to be used for other purposes by villagers. Only 4 of these bridges remain today. An account of history passes on Kalanlar, Baş, Nakkaş and Debbaglar bridges. With its quiet and calm flow, Uluırmak, the holy river, which divides the city into 2, is integrated with the silence in the city. The mansions in Aksaray, in which the stone carving art is applied skillfully, shed light on history. The governor's mansion in the city center is one of the most beautiful examples of these monuments. Aksaray House of Culture, which mirrors the culture, traditions, lifestyle and social life in Aksaray, and the Aksaray Museum, which is an important museum in Turkey with its archaeological and ethnographical findings, await their visitors.
Doors in Aksaray are bolded. Her golden hair is braided. My Hatice in her young age is beloved. I'd know her led away from me. Inspired from real-life stories, many Aksaray folk songs such as this, and others such as He Sits on Rooftop, Master Safed, My Dove is Milk White, Her Broom is Clover, Deidar is covered with tar, and Miss Sheriff are recorded in TRT Reporter and sung with live by our community.
The Malakli of Aksaray is a preferred kind of sheepdog and watchdog, and it is stated in Evliya Çelebi's travelogue as Lions of Anatolia. Having important contributions with its natural beauties and historical merits to our country, Aksaray is rapidly making progress with its industry, agriculture, livestock and university.
Keşfedilen ve birçok sırrı içerisinde barındıran Aksaray'da tarihinin derinliklerinden yankılanan sesleri duyup tıpkı masallardaki gibi bir zaman geçireceksiniz.